Hey, you know what, guys? This right here, this rambling, boring conversation containing already made before observations, this could be a podcast.
It's actually not a bad idea.
Really? A podcast? Don't you have to be some sort of whiz kid to do those?
Definitely not. Anyone with a computer can make one.
Wait, don't go in there. He's doing his podcast.
Yo, welcome back to the shit show that is the Successfully Failing Podcast. The show where we talk a whole lot of crap about a whole lot of crap. And today we're going to cry about how much we hate the WWE. No, not really. I mean, we don't hate it, but, you know, yeah, we've got what is it, No Mercy coming up tomorrow? Or Hell in a Cell? Which one is it?
It's No Mercy.
No Mercy. So yes, we got No Mercy coming up tomorrow. We've got Dominion. God damn it, yeah, Destruction. And we've got some really, really big NBA news. No. Stay tuned. But before we get into any of that, make sure you guys head over to Successfully Failing TV on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. You could catch every episode of the Successfully Failing Podcast up there. Amongst also all the other shit we put up there. Sorry, I'm distracted by wrestling right now. So yeah, you could find all the Successfully Failing Podcast episodes. You could find whatever other videos, live concert stuff that I record, video games, crap. I'm gonna be going back to the shop and doing some promos for the newly renovated Sunset Park Tattoo Studio in Brooklyn, New York. We'll get into more of that later. Yeah, so make sure you go over there to YouTube. You'll find us on iTunes, Successfully Failing Podcast. If you guys are already subscribed, you know you get automatic updates whenever you upload an episode. We're also on SoundCloud and Podomatic. You can follow us on Instagram at This Is Successfully Failing. You can follow Xavier at XLewis45, me at The Real Danny Darko, Chris at CRS463, and the missing Nick at Bak Bak Way. Yeah, free my nigga Nick.
I get free hugs.
Hey, he gets free hugs. How you doing, X?
I'm good.
Good? How was your day?
City. It was alright.
Word?
That was alright. Work was pretty smooth.
Working hard today?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit?
A little bit.
More than what I was doing. Because I'm not working at all. How are you, Chris? He says so. Alright, so let's see. So we were going to talk about wrestling first, but we've been talking about wrestling extensively for the whole summer. And, you know, because there was nothing really new happening, no big news.
Well, my man Melo got the boot.
Yeah, that's what we're going to talk about right now. So we got a notification. First, they were talking about Melo opens up to Cleveland as a trade destination that, you know, where he would like to go. Then we get something about OKC, and then maybe like 5 minutes later we get breaking news that Carmelo Anthony was traded to Oklahoma City for Enes Kanter. I just call him Enes. So if he fucks up, I'm gonna call him Anus. So let's hope it doesn't come to that.
And a whole lot better than what I'm gonna call him.
And Doug McBuckets and a second round pick. Now, yeah, X doesn't like the trade. I mean, I don't like it either. I wish Melo would have stayed and could have stayed, especially with this young promising team we have, with the subtraction of Phil Jackson from the equation. To actually see Jeff Hornacek run this team the way he initially wants it to be run. And, like, you know, a lot of people never really got to see him coach. Nobody really paid attention to him in Phoenix. But if anybody recalls, his first year in Phoenix, he had them at 48 wins in the West. which is, I mean, considering this was the post Steve Nash Phoenix. I mean, they didn't really have anybody, but that team looked like a sort of hybrid of a D'Antoni team that played a little defense and got him to 48 wins in the West until, the years to follow. They, a matter of fact, I think he got it wasn't coach of the year, obviously not, but he got some kind of nod as a coach for bringing the team to where they did. I don't remember if they made the playoffs. I think they just barely missed it, but
Because of injuries.
yeah, and then even the years after that, the team, was just injury plagued and really couldn't do nothing about it. But you look at the guards he's coached, from Eric Bledsoe, Goran Dragic and his brother. His brother is pretty okay, but Goran Dragic is a beast, and Isaiah Thomas, Brandon Knight. Those are just to name a few. So yeah, and then you transition that, you bring that over here, and he wasn't able to showcase his abilities as a coach because he was running a system that really isn't tailored to pick and roll type point guards and sort of fastish pace. So yes, I think it's gonna be I don't remember what I was originally saying, but anyways, back to Melo.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks, man. X was just, we were talking about it before that we remember when he first got traded to the Knicks, and just that level of excitement, and then you even go to just the Garden itself. I mean, fucking, there was so much noise being made. I mean, literally and figuratively. Like, I remember the first game they had to play against Miami that year. Tickets for front row seats were $2,800 or some 28,000, some crazy number.
Not 20,000.
No, dude, people were paying a lot of money
Really?
for that. Yeah, a lot of money. They were paying a lot, for those front row celebrity seats and shit. Yeah, because you had LeBron, Wade, Bosh, Carmelo, Amari Stoudemire all under the same roof. That was a big deal. But yeah, it was crazy. So I have no ill will towards Melo. He's done a lot.
It's unfair that he took a whole lot of blame.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand you want to blame him, but all of it is not his fault. As the whole media and everything.
Yeah, it's ridiculous the amount of scrutiny, and he deserved a lot better.
Yeah, he doesn't make his teammates better. He's get paid to score.
Exactly, and if that's the case, how come Denver went to the playoffs every year and even went to the Western Conference Finals?
Did anybody say that Paul George make his teammates better?
Nope. Dude, Tim Duncan, not for nothing, as great as he was, him per se, he didn't really make his teammates better. It was a product of...
He has his role, to score.
Exactly. And so if Carmelo Anthony had a solid team around him and a solid coaches around him that catered to Carmelo's offense, that's how you work around a team that has a superstar. But no, everybody wants to point blame at him, and like it's his fault that other dudes are not scoring. Like it's his fault that other dudes are not playing defense.
It's his fault that J.R. Smith is getting turned up.
Exactly, right?
It's his fault that Omari's always injured.
Yeah. And the thing is, the whole J.R. Smith thing. I remember when he went to Cleveland, he had one good game, everybody sucking him off, and then they got to see the inconsistencies of his game, and not even LeBron could make him better. So, and I mean, and to go off topic a little bit, all right, LeBron does get the team involved or whatever, but I mean, when you have two superstars around you for the last 8 years or so, or whatever it may be, when they're healthy and you're still not winning a bunch of games, how, you know what I mean? That, what does that say about you? But anyways, Melo's gonna be playing with Westbrook, playing with Paul George, and I think that dynamic is gonna work out well.
I just don't know if I could call these people the centerpiece beasts, how the '90s was, how Jordan was.
It's not the same.
And how Tim Duncan was and how Iverson was when he carried his team. There's not like that anymore. Everybody wants to bounce and join their boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
The last guy outside.
this is such a shitty era.
Yeah.
Fucking NBA.
It really is, and everybody sucks it off like it's the best thing since sliced bread.
Whatever happened to the competition? Whatever happened to
And you're
I'm
scrutinized if you want to be against that. Like if
Yeah.
you don't want to join them, you're stupid. Like Kyrie, he's dumb for leaving LeBron. I mean, to an extent, but the thing is, he won a championship already. He won that championship.
Literally, he did win that championship.
Yeah, like
He's the one who scored that bucket.
we talk about this all the time. Like LeBron would have not went to Cleveland if Kyrie Irving wasn't the superstar that he is or would have been. Like he wouldn't have went to Cleveland if Kyrie was trash. So, and like, hey, you gotta commend the dude for wanting to go against the grain and be the guy. And that's what Melo was doing all this time. Melo could have went to Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And even with Chicago, that was different. It wasn't like him joining 10 other superstars. Because Rose was, like, on and off injured. Joakim Noah is not a superstar. And Jimmy Butler, that's a compliment piece right there. So, I don't know. But, yeah, like, it's sad. Like, the last dude to do it that way has to be Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
And he did it with 2 different teams. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But yeah, it's just sad. Like, I know you can't do that in the NFL, but I don't even think people want to do that in the NFL, even if they could. Like,
Well, the NFL is really different.
no,
really.
it is different. But even if they had the ability to, I don't think.
The NFL, a team is divided in the NFL. So there's people on the offense who don't even know people who are on the defense.
Well,
Basically, that's how when you're on a football team.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a whole different dynamic. But
Yeah.
even still, like, you don't hear dudes talking about, oh, I want to play with him. You know what I mean? Like,
No.
they want to beat each other. Like, even if they're not, like, all right, so a receiver plays, offensive players don't play each other. But even then, they still hold, like, grudges against each other and shit like that. I mean, it's usually defense versus offense, but the whole thing is there's a different dynamic. Like, in the NBA, like, it's just, now it's okay to I don't know, like, all right, so now that Melo goes to OKC, and he wins a championship there, like, I don't know. Well, actually, you know what? It's not with LeBron, so I think he'd be a little more satisfied. But, like, say if he went to Cleveland with the team they got now, say if they still had, Isaiah Thomas. I'm mixing up my thoughts right now. I was trying to say that, like, say if he went to Cleveland when they had Kyrie. And, like, how would you feel as a dude that's been trying to win it all and carry teams your whole entire career, but you end up winning a championship with the guy you're trying to beat? Like, how do you feel about that?
It's just whatever, man. I mean, you did what you can, and just open up for another opportunity. Basically, that's the way I'm looking at it. I mean, Melo spent what, a good 6 years, 7 years.
He's been here since 2008. No, that's too early. No, 2013. Sorry, like 2012-ish.
2011.
11.
Yeah,
So that's about.
Yeah, that's when he came at the later half of the 2011-2012 season.
Yeah, so that's about what, 6-7 years or something like that, maybe 8 or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
He's been through ups and downs. He's seen more losing than he did winning.
He came to 2010-2011 season.
Well, either way, it's about.
That was the year that he came to.
It's
that was the
either
year
way.
LeBron signed
Either way, it's about 6-7 years. So it's about 6-7 years. So that's a long time, and yeah, to go through the shit he's been through, I think he's been through more drama in the time on the Knicks than he's been through in the combination of Denver, Syracuse, and wherever he played high school at. Like, and that's sad. And the thing is too, like, everybody loves to criticize him, right? But nobody ever wants to talk about his accolades. This dude won a championship. I'm assuming he won one in high school. I think he won a championship in high school.
I don't know how far back. I don't know that far back, but I know he won in Syracuse.
I'm only assuming, but yeah. So he won in Syracuse. He didn't win over here, but he's won gold 4 times, Olympic gold.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, come on. Like that, who can say they won 4 times? Like, how many times did Jordan win?
I don't know. I think he broke the record of winning gold. I believe.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I know he leads in scoring too. Well, at least he led in scoring because I think
He
LeBron
broke a
ended up
couple
breaking
of
it.
records I don't know if it's Olympic or FIBA, but he broke a couple of records.
Yeah, he broke the Olympic record of scoring. I remember that.
Didn't Marbury had that before?
Probably. I'm not too sure.
I remember Marbury had a record.
Because Carmelo's the only dude that's never backed out of the Olympics, or any FIBA kind of competition.
I mean,
But yeah, nobody ever talks about his accolades. Like everybody just wants to pick him apart for what he didn't do.
because he's in New York, that's it.
Yep. If he was in Denver, it wouldn't be the same. Yeah, they would be like, hey, he didn't make the finals or whatever, like they did with Garnett, where he didn't make it past the first round for a while. But they never criticized him like it was his fault. Like it was just a combination of, being outnumbered by, being outplayed by other teams and whatever.
Ewing did catch some criticism too. I mean, it was more of the fans than media.
Yeah,
for
but that was also a different time too. Like
Yeah.
From Ewing back, even let's say like mid Kobe back, before like LeBron came into the league, like dudes got not really criticized, but they did bring up that they didn't go to the finals or they didn't win this or whatever. But it wasn't the same. But then once LeBron came in, because of the way he did everything, now people look at that more. But when you're in New York, it's like you're fucking wrong for anything you do.
Super team shit is stupid.
Dude, it sucks, man.
It's stupid. It's always going to be the same 2 teams in the fucking thing. It's everybody is like, well, why even have a playoff? Just have those 2 teams and that's it.
Yeah, eliminate those small market teams. Keep the 4 big cities in the country.
It's this whole super team thread is just ridiculous. It's dumb. I mean,
dude, like we always talk about how we were able to watch almost any team play, and it was sort of exciting. Like you could watch Toronto and Milwaukee play.
Hoping for now the upsets are just a long shot.
Yeah.
Not like how the Denver Nuggets took out the first seed.
Or even
when Mutombo fell on the floor crying.
Yeah, or even when Golden State actually did it before they were this Golden State.
When they took
Dallas.
the Dallas.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
When the Knicks
did it.
Yeah.
Took out the Heat out of there.
Yeah. So it's like it's not the same. There's no more excitement. Like back in the day, you had those powerful dynasties, but it was different.
Well, the Knicks the only number 8 seed to actually go to the NBA finals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's just made with divas. Let LeBron get bounced out of the first round. Let's see how quick he's gonna be like, yo, I'm out of here.
Yep.
I remember when he was in Cleveland before he went to Miami when he got bounced and he took off his jersey. I was like, I don't know what team. I don't know what team LeBron's gonna be on, but I know what team he's not going to. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's not
going to be on the Cleveland.
Yeah, and it's a shame because like, all right, if they don't win it this year, he's definitely leaving. I mean, maybe he leaves win or lose, but it's just sad. And then they talk about his legacy. Like, all right,
his legacy.
That's what I'm saying.
He bounced and left his team to go to make a fucking better team. I respect Iverson's legacy without him even winning better than LeBron.
Barkley, Karl Malone, all those guys,
yeah.
like Chris Webber, Reggie Miller. Like, dude, as much as we as Knicks fans hate Reggie Miller, I have more respect for him than I do the LeBrons.
Hey, maybe I'm old school or whatever. I just like competition. I just like how Reggie Miller just crushed the Knicks' dreams out. He crushed my dreams too. Fuck him.
And mind you, Reggie,
but it's a good story. I mean, it's just Reggie Miller. It's not like Reggie Miller and his super team.
That's what I'm saying, right? Reggie Miller's no superstar either. He's just like an average, solid role player.
Just a solid guy.
He's a guy maybe makes the All-Star like 1 or 2 times in his career.
Actually, he was a multiple All-Star guy.
But I'm saying he's like in that caliber, you know. But he's capable of it. But my point is that he's not LeBron. But the whole thing is that we as Knicks fans who hate that guy for all that shit he put us through have more respect for him. Dude, I remember when he retired. That moment in Detroit, dude, like I legit like almost shed a tear. Like it hit me that whole moment.
Tayshaun Prince ended his career.
Yeah,
Fucking
but
blocked him
when
from behind.
LeBron retires, dude,
I'm
I
like,
don't
good
care how.
riddance.
Yeah,
That's how I'm looking at it.
peace. You know.
When all these divas just retired, I'm just like, all right,
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
why
yeah.
you, that's
Dude,
why you
it's
think
not.
every
It's not fun to watch, and then people like always like my old coworkers always used to ask me, "Oh, you gonna watch the finals? You watching the finals?" No, and then they give me heat for that. Like, yo, because I don't fucking care about the teams.
It's
I mean,
like the third time we've seen this shit.
yeah,
You
this
know?
ain't the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's no.
You- This ain't the Super Bowl, like
Yeah, I
where
ain't
like
watching
two
the Super
teams that
Bowl
you
with
do.
Dallas
Look,
and that shit.
X sat down and watched the Super Bowl with the Patriots in it
and the Giants.
multiple times. You know what I mean? Like, well, he don't hate the Giants though.
No, but
just-
those two Super Bowls never happened according to him.
No, but the thing is, he don't hate the Giants. It's not, but
Just like the World Series between the Mets and the Red Sox never happened.
yeah, but the whole thing is that it's not fun to watch, man. It's really not. Like, dude, I have more fun watching WWE than I do
don't-
watching LeBron James play.
I would have been more invested in the finals if it was Boston against Golden State or any. It's
Yeah.
I'm tired of seeing teams just some superpower team just run through. It's just like I do not watch your games.
And the thing about Golden State, like, all right, so I'm not mad at the whole Durant thing because, well, not at him, but I mean, I'm just not mad at from the team's perspective because they had option to sign him. They could have won without him.
They could but it was just more on just like
Oh.
Durant's straight up.
Oh, he's a
Bitch me.
hypocrite. Yeah, he's a
At
hypocrite.
least he didn't do the whole fucking decision thing.
No, what he did was worse than LeBron.
No.
What
That was worse than the whole decision.
Nah, I don't.
No,
I
not
don't.
the decision. It's just that LeBron's team wasn't really set. Golden State don't need him.
Yeah, that's the thing. Golden
And he
State
just
could've-
and they beat him, and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna
Yeah,
join y'all."
that was
that was
from
bad.
the team.
That
I
was
don't. The
bitch
team. I
made.
don't knock the team, but from him, yeah, because this guy. I mean, I do respect the fact that he went over there and acted as if like he wasn't on a super team and like lit it up every night. But just the whole.
Although he did his thing in Golden State, but
just
come
the
on.
whole like the whole like just the whole thing leading into it and everything, and but what I was saying, like, that with Golden State before him, like, they were dominant, but that was a built team. That reminded me of like
They-
the LA team.
did not need him.
They didn't. And people like knock me when I say they didn't need him. Like, granted, he helped. He was a big reason as to why they won this year.
They
But
clinched. They clinched in like by All Stars. They clinched an All Star without him.
Yeah, while he was injured too.
They broke Jordan's
No. I
record
mean
without-
the season before.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's when
yeah.
they broke the Bulls record.
Yeah. They clinched. They made. It's like,
Yeah, like
February. They
February,
clinched
yeah, they
freaking playoffs. I'm like, are you
They
kidding?
could have literally just rested and waited to the playoffs. It didn't matter what they. But anywho, but yeah, but yeah, this whole like super team shit, it really sucks, man. Like, what happened to building a team and building a franchise and
Golden State did that.
They did, yeah, they did. They added Durant. Like I said, they could have signed anybody. Like I always said, like a guy like Derek Williams, if he was on that team, dude, he would be a beast. Just the way they run the ball, like, he would add a whole nother dynamic to that team because they're predominantly shooting. They're predominantly shooting team. I'm saying that all wrong. They're predominantly a shooting team. There you go. But if you add somebody like Derek Williams, who runs the court just like them, but except he's going to the hole, like, that opens shit up like crazy. So anyways, but whatever, back to Melo. It sucks that he's gone. It's gonna be really weird. Like, I'm conflicted as to whether I continue the franchise that I already started with him in NBA 2K, or do I start a new one without him. So
I think it's just weird just seeing him in the Knicks uniform again. So since he's already traded.
yeah.
So that's why I have to restart my franchise again. I just have to wait. Well, I'm sure the community will already.
Yeah, I'm sure somebody was on that shit right when they
Yeah.
and I you know what's funny? Watch his rating go up. Like, and not through fans making it. I'm talking about the legit 2K roster update. Watch his rating go up. What is it now?
It's 84.
84. Watch that shit go at least to 88. And like halfway through the season, the media is gonna be sucking him off, talking about, yo, he's a top 10 player all of a sudden. Meanwhile, this guy was ranked fucking 64.
Lonzo Ball is
64.
rated better than him.
Yeah,
Lonzo
due to
Ball.
Nick Fultz.
Dude, Avery Bradley. This is
But there's dudes that didn't even
Gallo,
play.
but Gallo was
But
great.
no, but there's dudes that didn't even play a fucking game in the NBA. Not even a preseason game, and they're ranked ahead of Melo.
it's stupid.
But-
This whole
but-
thing is stupid.
But like at least 59 of those people are not sought out the way Melo's sought out. You know. So, anyways, whatever. But as far as our feelings towards Melo, I still love him, and I wish him the best.
Yeah, I wish him the best.
Like we've been saying this for a while. Like as much as we didn't want him to leave, we feel like for his sanity, you know. And I'm glad he's not playing with LeBron for the fact that if he was playing with LeBron, he would have still got criticized anytime they didn't win. So, like he's on a team, he doesn't have to worry about that. Who knows whether he stays or not? I mean, that remains to be seen. But yeah, I look forward to seeing him light it up. Like there's people talking about he's gonna drop 100 against the Knicks in the first game.
Oh, let him do it.
Dude, if he does that shit, I won't even be mad.
I will not. I will not. Now, what's everybody going to say? What's everybody going to say about him if he does some shit like that? What's everybody going to say about him? Come on, man.
The only thing I'm not looking forward to from like Knicks fans is like if the Knicks do succeed and they have a good year, they're gonna be like, oh, it was because he left. Like, oh, Noah Syndergaard pitcher scores. Oh, scoreless inning. Anyways, but yeah, like watch them like, you know, like, oh, you know, he sucks. I mean, he's the reason why we weren't winning, you know, now that he's gone, which, you know, whatever. But anywho, whatever, that's that. We shall be back.
Are you tired of the same daily troll? Well, get on over to Blitz and Chance! We got one game. We got a whole bunch of games here. We got Chabos and Flobos, and you can shoot things. Get over here, play the game. Use your Flurbos to get tickets. Roy, too, just got here. Get over here at Chips and Chits. It's the coolest place in the world. I get to be in the commercial.
This is Patrick Stewart. How are you liking the program so far?
All right, we're back. I thought X was taking a selfie for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess he's not, or is he? I don't know.
No, no.
Because he be doing that shit. All right, so, yeah, we've got, well, tomorrow, first things first, we've got New Japan Destruction. Main event is, what is it, Omega versus, Juice Robinson? Oh, cool, yeah, so we got Omega versus Juice Robinson.
That's the main event?
Yeah.
So I'm to Okada.
Okada?
Oh, yeah, it's
That's,
King of Pro
yeah,
Wrestling.
King of Pro
Yes,
Wrestling. I got confused, too, because I was like, damn, there's going to be a shit ton of crazy matches, but that's a couple weeks, that's the weekend of Comic-Con, right?
I don't think so.
Is it? I don't know. Or is it the week? I think it's during the week, actually. Some weird shit. I don't know. Anywho, but so yeah,
Well, King of Pro Wrestling?
yeah,
No.
it's in October something.
I think it's after Comic-Con.
Yeah. Well. Oh yeah. Well, yeah. It's like the.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Yeah, look it up. But yeah, so we got Okada versus no Okada. Fuck. Kenny Omega versus Juice Robinson for the U.S. title. I don't know what other other matches are going to happen. I'm assuming that's like the biggest one. I don't think any other title matches. Maybe, you know, the typical bunch of typical tag team matches. But
October 9th.
October 9th. So that is literally the day after, which is cool. All right, so October 9th we've got King of Pro Wrestling. That's where all the awesome, dope matches are gonna be. But yeah, so that's really all for New Japan Pro Wrestling. The whole reason why I brought that up is because tomorrow we'll be watching. So there's the Giants game early. Then after that is what time did the Jets play?
Well, it's Giants game is like at what?
1.
1, so I'm assuming that the Jets it's basically at 4.
Are you gonna watch the game or?
I am. It's a home open. You know what? I'll just watch it bits and pieces. The way they are, I ain't gonna be mad if I miss.
All right, no, because I was gonna. What the plan was, at least for me, I was gonna watch the Giants game, and then depending on the outcome, put on New Japan.
I'll follow the Jets game on my phone.
All right, cool. I mean, we could always run it on the computer if you want to, but yeah. So especially if it's a good game, but yeah. So the Giants game, then New Japan Pro Wrestling, then we follow that up with WWE No Mercy. Now it's weird because we usually, you know, maybe we'll watch New Japan before a WWE event, but it'd be like a couple days or a week before, some shit like that. But no, we're watching New Japan, then literally following it up right after with No Mercy. And that's probably a bad idea because we already.
You're gonna be hyped on New Japan, and No Mercy, we're just gonna be disappointed again.
Mm-hmm.
That's the definition of insanity.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna expect a good thing out of No Mercy. Nope.
Nah, and it sucks, man. Like, well, at least, No Mercy, I had no expectations anyway. Maybe Hell in a Cell, maybe Hell in a Cell, but not even that. But anywho, so yeah, so we got No Mercy coming up. That is a Raw event, and the match card looks like Elias Sampson, right? Elias versus Apollo Crews. That's pre-show.
Out of there, Apollo.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, they love Elias Sampson over there, so your ass ain't getting no burns. I don't care what win streak they hyping you up for.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be a pre-show too, so like they don't whatever. But so I'm assuming that they're gonna open up with Neville versus Enzo Amore for the Cruiserweight Championship, and I hope to fucking whatever god is out there that Enzo doesn't win it.
He's not gonna win.
Fuck him.
That should be that would be a bigger joke than Jinder Mahal winning the fucking title.
Seriously, but
In my opinion,
That
Jinder
just
Mahal
goes
sucks.
to show you they don't give a fuck about that belt.
yeah, and they don't give and that's what happens when you let Vince touch shit. When you let Vince touch shit, you know how like they say you touch something and it's golden. Like, it's the opposite way, or like he turns wine into water, he turns fucking wine into
I don't know if that
diarrhea.
cruiserweight thing was the best thing or was a good thing or a bad thing.
Yeah, they already mess with that. So, all right, you know what? Yeah, but going back to Apollo Crews and Elias Sampson. So predictions on that? You
Elias is gonna win that shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I mean, not to take anything away from Elias, but Apollo Crews is like worlds ahead of him.
No, he is, but
Dragon Gate.
yeah, because Elias Sampson is good, but like when you compare them two,
he's a serviceable. He's serviceable.
Yeah.
He's decent,
but yeah, when you put him against Apollo Crews should be going over, but
Apollo Crews is from Dragon Gate.
yeah,
Damn it.
But we all know what's gonna happen. So Elias,
For those who don't know, Dragon Gate's another wrestling company in Japan.
yeah. Sorry to disappoint you guys.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, it's not a video game. But so we can all agree that Elias Sampson will win. Should he win? No. Then Neville and Enzo, I'm not gonna be surprised if Enzo wins it, but I'm sticking with Neville. Maybe they actually will continue to do the right thing with him. Well, because they are punishing Enzo, that's why he's in the cruiserweight division. So I don't see why they would give him the gold.
Man.
But then again, they do retarded shit. So
Enzo, he's just not good.
no.
Even for a cruiserweight, I can't. He shouldn't be. I mean, even Gulak is like better than him.
Fuck yeah.
He is not good.
Yeah,
And if anyone that deserves that cruiserweight belt, that's not the belt, is this dude, Alexander, Cedric Alexander.
Dude, I'd take TJ fucking Perkins.
T.J. Perkins. Well, of course, T.J. Perkins deserved it.
But no, well, not with the dab, but otherwise, yeah,
Well,
everything else,
yeah.
he's dope. But yeah, so let's just all keep our fingers crossed that Enzo doesn't win it. But
They just won't win it. They're just gonna have him lose it the next night anyway.
You know,
That's how they do things.
we're gonna be like drunk off of New Japan, so I don't think anything that is happening in No Mercy is gonna phase us anyway. So,
Are you gonna go down the New Japan card? Because I don't know who's gonna go.
I could do that.
Alright, yeah.
Yeah, because I don't know anything other than the because I got it mixed up. I thought it was gonna be like all the King of Pro Wrestling matches, like
alright.
Coda and this dude. So yeah, I'll go over that. Chris, matter of fact, can you look it up and send me the link?
What happened?
Send me the link for the Destruction match card, so I can go over it after this. Next is The Miz versus Jason Jordan for the Intercontinental Championship.
Is that pre-show?
Well, it doesn't say here pre-show, but I won't be surprised. Wait, hold on one second. Let me see. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that should be regular because you have the one pre-show, and maybe Enzo and Neville is a second pre-show if they even do 2 pre-shows.
All right. Okay. So,
So Miz should be safe.
I expect the Miz to come out on this one because just how that program's going good, but I would think it's too soon to give Jason Jordan the belt.
Yeah.
Although I'm not saying he's not deserving, but storyline wise, there should be some. I mean, the Miz shouldn't lose it like that on a first match.
No, and I feel like they'll probably build more to
Because
the.
he didn't build that much of a momentum. I mean, he could still build more momentum even in the loss.
Wait, Jason Jordan, is he the son of
He's supposed to be
the
the son.
quote unquote son of Kurt Angle? Yeah, guys, just in case you're listening, I know he's not his actual son. I'm just going by their story, but yeah, I feel like they'll run with that more than anything, so that might come into play, which is gonna be annoying, and this is that typical WWE shit. Because watch the Kurt Angle somehow come into play in this match when, first of all,
It's supposed to
Miz
be
is the
feud
heel.
between the Miz and Angle.
Oh, I don't know, whatever. Anywho, but yeah, I think the Miz too. I mean, he's been the only like constant in the WWE right now. Him in that Intercontinental belt. So he's brought whatever prestige he could possibly bring to that championship. Because WWE doesn't understand that word anymore.
Jason Jordan's gonna win it because they don't care about any championship.
Nah, but Miz has held it down for a while, and I don't think that's gonna change. I don't see why it would change now, anyways. I mean, Jason Jordan is dope and everything, but I don't see them giving it to him. Like, I don't feel like they'd give it to fucking like a guy like Roman Reigns before him. All right, so next match, Finn Balor, Bray Wyatt. It's sad that we don't care about this shit.
I'm gonna go with Bray right there, but I don't care about it.
Yeah, it's so sad. Where normally this is something
that program needed to be done.
Yeah, this is something we'd normally be excited for, but yeah, I don't even know. I
think Finn is gonna win because Bray is nothing but freaking. He's basically just a glorified jobber.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a flashy jobber. But fucking Finn Balor is kind of falling in that category too. High profile jobbers and
That's why
shit.
Triple H is pissed off at how they're using him at Raw.
Yeah, but
He thought he should have went to SmackDown.
he should have stood in NXT.
Why the hell the club is not even? There's nothing with the club.
Yeah, there's so many things you could do with him, especially since, like I said, Finn is small in stature compared to like the bigger guys in the WWE. So use the club, like whatever.
What's the point of trying to bring in the whole? They were at one point WWE trying to bring in the whole Bullet Club. Around January last year, they trying to bring in Bad Luck Fale. They failed on that. They tried to bring in
Kenny.
The Young Bucks. They failed on that. They brought in the Gallows and Anderson, and Luke Gallows, Doc Gallows and Anderson. But anyway, they brought them in and they succeeded with AJ Styles, and Finn Balor got out earlier, like a year early.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the point of trying to bring all these guys in if you're not going to do the whole club angle?
It was pretty much, well, if we're looking at it from Vince's standpoint, Vince just wanted them to take them away from New Japan. That's the only thing.
Wait, Chris, what happened, Chris?
He's been there since
2 years before? 2 or a year and a half? Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, time flies actually with these people.
Time flies. Oh yeah, you actually right. Because the minute he left, that's when AJ Styles came in and brought over the Bullet Club. Yeah.
Because they kind of hinted at that shit too. Like they were gonna have a little thing with them too, and then that didn't happen. But yeah, it's retarded.
You formed the club. They didn't even last 6 months.
Nope. Dude, like you talk about like they talking about like the Shield being the best faction. Like you could have easily, but whatever. But if from Vince's point of view, he just wanted these guys just to take them away.
Whatever he created.
Yeah. And the reason why they're in the WWE is because he wanted them away from the other things, so that maybe those other companies could fall without them. But that's not happening.
I mean, they're in the WWE. No, they're in the WWE because, well, I think all that hiring is the Triple H influence.
Yeah, but
because if they were in the NXT, that whole club thing would have been already happening.
Yeah, it's true. But yeah, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Anyways, next match is Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose versus Sheamus and Cesaro.
I don't
Wait,
care
it
about
says
that
Raw
either.
Tag.
It's
Who?
for the Raw Tag Team.
Wait, are Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins still the
Yeah,
champions?
they're champions.
I don't. I know they won at SummerSlam. I asked if they were still. I don't know if they.
They're champions. I don't care about that match.
Yeah. That match already reached its high point when.
I'll just give it to Seth and Dean.
Probably. I mean, that's the only way they can keep Seth
Keep
Rollins
them relevant.
Yeah, because he's not winning the championship ever again. So all those guys, all those ROH New Japan dudes, none of them are getting a championship ever again. Well, they deserve it, but yeah. So that match, that feud reached its high point anyway with that beach ball thingy. Oh wait, no, never mind. Next match is a 4-way or 5-way: Sasha, Bailey, Emma, Nia Jax, and Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's
Another
Championship.
5-way.
Yep.
Because
Instead of having a mixed, I mean not a mixed tag team, like a 6-woman or just whatever kind of tag team match between the non-champions in the pre-show, they're gonna put them all here. So whatever, I don't even fucking care. Alexa Bliss is the champion now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably gonna come away with it unless they just,
Whatever.
yeah.
Alexa Bliss.
Or Sasha will end up winning it and then lose it,
Yeah.
like not even at the next pay-per-view. So whatever.
I just don't want
This is the match. This is the match that this is the match that everybody's been waiting for. John Cena versus Roman Reigns, and I fucking hope. Well, it's not gonna happen anyways, but Roman Reigns is winning that. Yeah, unless they decide to carry it over.
I don't think it's going to end right there. It's going
That's
to carry
true. They
on.
might. Yeah.
John Cena's leaving because he's.
Oh yeah. John Cena's leaving
Yeah.
because Transformers.
Yeah, but
Yeah, and it's
he should come back by Survivor Series time, unless he has another movie.
He's shooting Transformers.
Yeah, but Transformers doesn't. Transformers wouldn't take all the way until the road. Yeah, unless he's doing 2 movies.
well, remember it's already almost October.
Yeah, but I mean, he should. Well, I could see him missing Survivor Series, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But maybe they do something where Cena or Roman Reigns can't get past him and they gotta wrestle every fucking 2, whatever. But then again, yeah, if Cena is leaving for Transformers, then I won't be surprised if Roman wins. And then the final match is Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman.
I would say Braun Strowman, but I heard that's supposed to be Brock Lesnar's last day, but even if that is his last day, they could still work out extra days. Just be like, hey, okay, we got to whatever. But I would say I want to say Strowman, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brock Lesnar comes out.
Yeah, because
Strowman looks like the feud seemed a little bit one-sided.
yeah, Braun Strowman's been destroying him, and we all remember. That's the dude who's he's not even on the card.
He's injured.
He's injured. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
It was supposed to be him versus Cena.
Oh, but even still, Samoa Joe should be fighting for the championship. He should actually. He's one dude outside of like Braun Strowman that I think could, have.
He should be the one that to take out Lesnar.
Yeah, because he's got that drive, that sort of beastliness that he may not be as big as Brock, but he's like. I hate using the word savage, but he's got that sort of savage, like,
Yeah, he's a beast in his own right.
Yeah, so he's one dude that, like, I wouldn't see Finn Balor beating Brock Lesnar. I mean, this is wrestling, so we all know how that works, but just by the, like, you want to make it look realistic, then yeah, you have Samoa Joe beat him. But
I don't see Balor beating Lesnar or Strowman on his own.
I don't see a face Finn Balor.
Well, Balor's not winning. Balor's not winning anything anyways.
Yeah,
He's not. He's never gonna see that belt.
A heel Balor could be Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, because with the club.
Yeah, but a face Balor, no.
Yeah, no.
Face Balor is weak as shit.
Yeah, but anywho, so yeah, I would say the same thing as X. Like I think Braun is probably gonna take it, but yeah, Brock Lesnar could easily, cause they do this shit where like they make one seem super strong. Like, all right, so they had like Braun Strowman beating, destroying Roman Reigns, and then it seems like they don't know what they're doing. Oh, what I was trying to say with that was they're trying to build up Roman Reigns. Then all of a sudden you have Braun Strowman come and just fucking wipe him off the face of the earth. Like, it's weird how that whole.
I mean the Braun Strowman Roman Reigns feud is fairly even at one point, because even though that Roman Reigns lost that ambulance match, I mean he took Braun Strowman out regardless. So that feud actually kind of even in my eyes.
Yeah.
And as for Roman Reigns, I know people hate him, but he has been in a good program this far. So far, he has been this. I mean, if he was in more shit like this before he won the belt,
then it would make sense.
There wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, because I do like the him and Cena angle, and I brought this up before. Like it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, but I was dying for Cena to come out and get at Roman Reigns. Like, I was hoping that Roman Reigns.
that would only make sense for Cena.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
if
I was
it's not Roman Reigns, it should be Samoa Joe.
Yeah. Because I was hoping that Roman Reigns would be cutting a promo and then Cena would interrupt. It was the other way around. But anyway, so that's no mercy, so whatever. All right, so back to the New Japan Destruction card.
Oh, he's wearing N1 sneakers.
Damn, throwback. We've got a couple, the typical tag team matches with the Young Lions, and then we got Tenzan in one of those matches, so he's mixed with the it's one of the so that's you got your typical. Then you got the Jushin Thunder Liger, Ricochet, Taguchi, Tiger Mask, and Makabe versus the Suzuki Gun, Desperado, Taichi, Takahashi, and Kinemaru. Next match is Bad Luck Fale, Chase Owens versus Goto and Yoshihashi. So we all know how that's going.
Exactly.
Your boy Chase Owens is taking the
fucking BT of the Bullet Club, the B team.
Yeah, and then
that's why this shit's fucking era, Bullet Club era is tainted.
Next match is Beretta versus Takahashi. And the match after that is the final round. Well, not final round, but pretty much the third round of that tag team championship thing they got going on. So this is the third time they'll be facing.
There's another three-way.
Yes, it's the same match. Like, it's the same match. Yeah. But I mean, hey, it's kind of whatever.
At least it's entertaining. But that's strange though.
Yeah, it's weird because they did it the first time, then they did it the second time, then they did it the third time. So yeah, it's a War Machine, Gorillas of Destiny versus the Killer Elite Squad in a no DQ tag team. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah, tornado tag rules. Then the next match is David Finlay, Kota Ibushi versus versus Tanahashi and Elgin. I'm assuming since David Finlay's in that match.
Yeah, he's gonna eat the pin.
But that's just pretty high for David Finlay, like in the card. So, but yeah, he's gonna eat the pin.
He's still gonna eat the pin.
Yeah, because that match is really just to push Kota and Tanahashi for the King of Pro Wrestling. After that is Rocky Romero, Ishii, Toru Yano versus Bushi, Sanada, and Tetsuo Naito.
I expect comedy on this one.
Yeah, that should be great. I'm looking forward for that to that Sanada and Yano. It's a tag team match. And then another tag team match will be Okada and Ospreay versus Evil and Takahashi. That's gonna be good.
I wouldn't know which one's gonna win this one.
Yeah, that's tough because
I would think Okada is gonna drop a pinfall on Evil.
Probably because they've been having fucking Evil destroy Okada. Yeah. But that just goes to that pretty much kind of like sets up a Okada win later on in King of Pro Wrestling, because he's not losing that belt. But then the finale is Kenny Omega versus Juice Robinson for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship.
Easily Kenny.
Yeah, Kenny's gonna win it, but that's gonna be a fucking good match. Like, I've been looking forward to this shit for a while, and like I was saying before, it's funny how New Japan without Kenny Omega has been weird. Like for the last like month or so, I mean, just having these events, not even seeing him in tag team matches, it's weird as fuck. But yeah, so that's that, and
wonder who Kenny's challenger is going to be.
What?
Well, Kenny.
For King of Pro Wrestling.
Well, Kenny. Well, Mike Elgin should.
Yeah, I think Mike.
I think Mike Elgin's getting another match with freaking
Who?
with Suzuki.
Oh, that's true. Cause that's actually gonna happen again. I think at the next
I
event.
think it might be Tama Tonga.
So wait, wasn't Cody Rhodes supposed? Oh, so Cody Rhodes defending the ROH at the ROH show against Minoru.
Yeah, not. Well, that's something we got to get on too. We got to figure out how to watch these ROH events.
That's the one that's happening.
But yeah, I wonder though if they're gonna set up some kind of all right, cause so there's a lot of options with this.
Wait, that match already happened? Oh, hold up! What the fuck?
Yeah, we got to figure out how to
Hold
watch
the
that
fuck
shit.
on.
But so the outcome, not the outcome, but the future of like the possibilities that could come out of this Omega and Juice Robinson match, like who's next for the U.S. title. I mean, it could be Elgin, even though Elgin probably fighting Suzuki, but it could be Elgin. Could be Tama Tonga, or what if Cody Rhodes comes up?
No, Cody Rhodes.
We don't. Man, you.
It's too early for that.
What do you mean it's too early for that? First of all, they're not fighting right away. Yeah, they could lead into it. You know how New Japan does. They don't rush into shit. So, like, I mean, I don't know. But, anywho.
I think it might be Tama Tonga, and then it's going to set up for... Then after that, Cody's going to come out. And it's gonna set
Cody
up
signed an exclusive contract for ROH, I believe.
Oh, really?
He actually did now? 'Cause I know he said he refused.
Yeah.
Oh.
Signed the contract with ROH.
Oh, that's cool. Well, I guess that puts the Bullet Club shit on hold.
Oh, so
Yeah,
that...
he ain't-
Ah, so you know who's
so
coming
that,
then.
That Starcade shit's not happening.
Not you know who's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, if he...
Zigzag Ziggy.
Even though he's exclusive to ROH... he's
Zigzag
still doing
Ziggy's
Japan.
gonna come through with the one man. Well, not
He's not going to leave
not right
the
away.
Bullet Club when he's exclusive to ROH.
Yeah, exactly. He'll rep the Bullet Club still, like there'll be a thing, but he won't like zigzag
Did Adam Cole try to leave the Bullet Club or something?
zigzag
I ain't
Ziggy.
trying to hear what Adam Cole.
Zigzag Ziggy's coming with his one man super kick party.
Adam Cole's dead.
Yep.
Quote unquote. Yeah, not.
Ziggy's coming with that one man super kick party.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Well, we gotta wait a little while anyways, cause we gotta wait for Hell in the Cell.
it just like just take the loss so he could let that contract run out.
Mm-hmm.
And since his contract run out, he doesn't have to wait for none of that 90-day no compete shit. He
Yep.
could just bounce and go straight on.
Yep, right there. He'll be well rested and good.
I wish he could do like what AJ Styles did, and just whoop ass day one. But
I mean, hey, he
he does. I mean, he does have a well. All right, Ziggler's resume in the WWE's kind of his major title status. He's a 2-time world champion, but only could hold the belt once.
Yeah.
Basically.
And the thing is, see, but I think like all these other wrestling promotions, they know that they know how the WWE works and they know what he's capable of. Like when he's had good matches, they've been solid. I mean, some of his best matches were not even like big title matches or even pay-per-view matches.
It just sucks that the Ziggler's only shining moment in the WWE was, at least to me, is not him winning the fucking belt off of a cash-in. And he won a belt off of some stupid Edge used a spear or some shit like that. And that's the first time he quote-unquote won it and he didn't get to hold it. And freaking... Nah, that's... For me, the whole cashing thing is tainted. I mean, he didn't really have a full match for that, so
Yeah.
I don't.
It was a
call
cool
that.
moment, but
It's
it
a
was
good
like
moment, but
but it wasn't like match-wise. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, his
biggest pop in this
his shining moments is his 2 Survivor Series matches.
Oh yeah, those big wins, because nobody expected him to like.
He's the only person to go undefeated in Survivor Series.
Yeah, but he was the guy that like nobody really expected to do anything, and neither did I. And to see that happen, that was pretty cool. But yeah, you do that for what?
Yeah,
For nothing.
That's what's the shining moment for me.
Look, this is the company that gave a man a belt after surviving cancer and took it away the fucking next day. So yeah, like fuck that. But The thing is, he has the star power. Like, I know.
I believe
Yeah, because
he has the star power.
He has the athletic.
I'm pretty sure the people in Japan that go to New Japan events, they know who Ziggy is.
They know who he is.
Yeah,
but,
so when he comes,
but what they did with AJ Styles was a risk, but it actually paid off because when he won that belt, he actually grew a following.
Yeah.
I mean, so of course, it's more of the Western audience, but the people in Japan took him in.
Yeah.
Right away, my man. Right away.
Look, like I said, if Cody can do what he's doing, I think Ziggy can do it. Not better, but I'm saying he could do it. Like, he could do it better, but I don't mean it in a way like knocking Cody Rhodes. Because Cody Rhodes, that Ring of Honor, the Ring of Honor, that's fucking great. And just everything he's done, the match he had with Okada, just the way he's just like automatically like, commanding respect from everybody. Not, him commanding respect. I'm just saying like people are giving him respect because of what he's doing and what he's done, and they know who he is and whatever. So I think Ziggy could do that like to the 10th power. So just hopefully this shit works out the way, like I know a lot of people think he's just gonna go to do stand-up comedy, but my thing is, you see the freedom Cody has. I'm pretty sure he can do the comedy and wrestle. He doesn't even have to be a full-time dude for now, and the comedy shit's not going anywhere. The comedy shit, dude, New Japan will let him do that, like whatever. They don't have a problem with that shit. Or ROH, they know guys gotta eat, they gotta live their lives, But yeah, so we'll be back. Talk to you guys after No Mercy. I don't know. That's a Raw event, so I don't know if we should wait till Tuesday to talk about No Mercy, because maybe some after shit. But then again, it's not as big as WrestleMania. I don't know. We'll either be back Monday or Tuesday. Talk to you guys about what has transpired in the wrestling world on Sunday. Any parting words, X?
No, but see you tomorrow, I guess.
He sounds depressed. Free hugs, y'all.
All day.